Hi. Uh, I won't take long this week because I've been a bit busy. The war in the Caucasus is ongoing, refugee crisis, people fleeing, etc. Ukraine is ongoing. Reports are that it's sort of like at a stalemate, though Putin denies this. Um, as Metropolitan Onofre said of the church in Ukraine, they have their own methods. I'm hearing reports of people being stuck in houses, surrounded, and instead of lobbing grenades, these monks are lobbing bread through the windows of these houses to keep them fed. Now, obviously, meanwhile in Gaza, I reported last week of Hamas hitting a hospital in Israel, um, Islamic Jihad hitting a hospital by mistake in Gaza because a rocket misfired. It also reported that Israel had hit a church. This week, Israel has hit a medical convoy leaving a hospital. They are claiming that it was they were hitting terrorists, and this is just not on. I mean, for years they've been sending their planes in to hit terrorists walking along the streets in Gaza. Now, can you imagine if we decided to hit IRA terrorists during the Troubles by zipping up a street in Belfast? And this is actually what's going on. It's fireworks, you're hearing it, it's always like the song around this time of year, isn't it? Or Gaza even. Netanyahu's speech, he quoted from Isaiah. This was basically to get the mad Christian Zionists in America on board. Their reaction to it online was actually quite filthy, actually. I mean, it's actually, they support death, basically. So, well, they're definitely heretics if they're supporting death and carnage rather than life. So, I mean, Israel has hit a military convoy. We have that. Not a military convoy, sorry, a medical convoy. The destruction of the war on the civilians. And basically, listening to Netanyahu's speech, he's absolutely mad. And it actually sounds like he actually wants to wipe out all Palestinians. If Hamas terrorists were hiding in Tel Aviv, would the IDF bomb Tel Aviv and risk the lives of civilians in Tel Aviv? Well, this is the kind of ideology that's driving it. The majority of Israelis disagree with it, apart from in the West Bank, where the settlers who moved there from America to the settlements to live the colonial dream in their kind of American way, they all vote for Netanyahu in the West Bank's apartheid elections, where only the settlers can vote and the Palestinians can't. But Israel proper, the normal Israeli people are not that mad. So I will actually defend the Israeli people because against the accusation that they think like Netanyahu, because they certainly do not. And they would be as alarmed by what's going on as we are. The bombing of Gaza, when Israeli hostages are being held there, is a danger to the hostages. And this is another area where it shows just how evil Netanyahu is. He has no empathy for the Israeli families who have loved ones held hostage in Gaza by doing this. And I don't think he actually cares about the hostages. I think he is so ideologically driven that his brain is wrong. That's enough on that. I always like to get a local story and a story that is quite funny. I have a local story that is both, actually. Uh, as is their custom these days, Norwich lost today. Always sounds good, doesn't it? Norwich lost today. Now, they haven't won lately. It is a custom of theirs to lose these days, and they are in a relegation battle. The amusing thing about this is that at the start of the season, when Ipswich were flying high, they were telling us, "You won't stay there. You might hardly make the playoffs." "Oh, we'll be there." Well, but we weren't as cocky to actually say, "No, you won't be there." So seeing their demise is quite funny and, well, very funny actually. Especially when they're coming out with things like "I'm going to hide on December the 16th." That's when they play the Pride of East Anglia. So I think I'll leave it. I'm too busy to do more stuff.